Can I talk to you guys about something today? Can we talk about something today? A lot of people are telling me, they say, Kevin, or at least I read it in the comments, and they're like, hey, you only bring the bad news. You only want to discuss the negative and all this doom and gloom, but where's the positive? Where's the plus side? Where's the silver lining? What can we look forward to? Is there any good news? Well, I'll tell you guys what, there is good news. And if you stick around, I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share with you later in this video. First, I'm going to share with you what's been shared with me. And big shout out to everybody who's coming over to Instagram, follow me on TikTok. Feel free, share, send, DM, message. Let's keep this conversation going. Biden warns China's economy is on the brink. And if you want to guess what brink that is, and yeah, I'm sure you'll be pretty close in your assumption. You guys are smart. I think you are. Are you smart? Are you intelligent? U.S. job openings fall to the lowest levels since 2021. Restaurant chain shuts down nearly 50 locations following this recent minimum wage hike in California. How many of you guys living in California feeling the squeeze, feeling the pinch? Stock market. Warnings about the stock market. The stock market could plunge 10% as the economy faces stagflation threat, while Americans prefer recession to inflation. This is according to the Minneapolis Fed president, and 75% inflation. 75% inflation. Turkey's inflation passes the 75% mark in what economists believe is the peak. I tell you guys right now, I would hope that if we hit 75% inflation, we would be at the peak, because I don't know if I could take much more of that. And yes, social media is putting off young people from pursuing careers in nursing. I actually have a clip that I want to share with you guys. And this clip is actually of a young lady who was just recently fired from her job. As you can see, her being escorted out of the hospital in Miami. Here, check this out.
But I recommend it more at night so it penetrates. Stop filming me.
Now, I have seen a lot of videos actually portraying and spreading this message about how getting into nursing and into becoming an RN and this medical field that used to be highly sought after is in fact not actually all that it's cracked up to be.
In a way, nursing is becoming a degree that is not worth it anymore.
Well, if you take student loans to go to college to become a nurse, I don't think it's worth it, because you have that pile of debt in the back, and you're making such low income, and you're taxed a lot, so you literally cannot do anything for 3 to 4 years.
Now requiring, oh thank you, are now
There's even a YouTuber, which I don't know if you guys have ever seen, Solar Camper, and he's a nurse, I believe. I think he's an RN, and he actually lives in his vehicle. He has 3, I think right now, 3 vehicles that he lives in, stealth camping, while also being employed in the medical field, which almost seems like the only way that people are going to be able to afford to live in this high cost, high inflationary environment and economy where you have to earn upwards of 6 figures and beyond, but also live as if you're poor and you're broke. I actually think the correct term is brokey. I think the term is brokey now.
You're like huger than LeBron James. Students got candy as a prize. A student said, "This candy sucks, you brokey." Fair. Yo, Miss Dugan, why you got pebbles in your hair?
But hey, who's not broke? How many people do you know who are actually doing really well financially, are experiencing increases in their income and their earnings, and aren't necessarily complaining about how expensive things are and how near impossible it is to survive right now and fear the worst moving forward. As pretty much everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, doom scrolling cannot be avoided. And all we see and hear and are told and feel is the overwhelming pressure that everybody is feeling right now in this cost of living crisis where people are living paycheck to paycheck and are just one small mistake, one hiccup, one emergency expense away from quite possibly not being able to pay their bills. And I watch a lot of Michael Bordenero, and he talks about this all the time. In fact, he actually inspired me to share this with you today and to mention what you guys are saying as well. The concerns you have, your feelings, and your complaints, because they're not falling on deaf ears. I read the comments. Now, let's talk about Rebecca J, okay? Because Rebecca J just lost her job. And she was, in fact, engaging in a side business opportunity. As I mentioned earlier, it almost seems like you need to be in a career, in a profession, in a way of earning income that is seemingly like relatively typically considered to be upper middle, higher income earning, like in the medical field as a nurse. I'm not 100% sure if she was specifically a registered nurse, while also incorporating multiple ways of diversifying and multiplying your income streams by way of side businesses, and also living as frugal as possible. Remember, 5 simple ways of building wealth. You guys remember those, right? Rebecca, side business. Hers just happened to be through a third-party platform, a paywall website, and you guys may have heard of it before. Apparently, this hospital caught wind of her extra income earning, extracurricular activities, and let's just say I signed up for Rebecca J's, so you didn't have to. And man, oh man, boy. Now, hear me out. This is purely a business expense for research purposes only, guys. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, right? Now, some would say that money is the root of all evil. However, we can't ignore the simple fact of the matter that we need money to survive in this life. And I can tell you guys right now, living in Miami can't be cheap or inexpensive. I don't think that those two go together. Perhaps she was saving up money to move somewhere else, maybe more affordable, while being able to earn more money to then spend less, and stacking. Speaking of stacking, I'm starting to do some silver stacking. And I don't know if you guys are interested in knowing more about that, but if so, then drop a comment down below and let me know. Now, here's the deal. Rebecca J got fired. Social media has given the nursing and the medical field a bad rap, okay? But you got to do what you got to do, okay? You're going to have to figure out a way to make that money, because I don't make the news. I don't control inflation. I have no say or any bearing on what Jerome Powell and the Fed or the Biden administration are going to do with interest rates. And the only thing that I can do is prepare myself for what could possibly come next, as I don't have a crystal ball and I can't predict the future. But I would say, given and based on the current situation, and we can use history to help us project into the future, then we're going to need more money, or we're going to need costs to come down. But I would be willing to bet that if you want to shit in one hand and wait for prices to come down in the other, you might as well figure out a way to make more money. And in case you guys need a reminder on the five simple ways of building wealth, it's earn more money. That's number one. Make more money and spend less than you make, okay? And that's why you're seeing folks with these high paying jobs shopping at Walmart, shopping at the Dollar Tree. Then you attack your budget. Make sure that you're accounting for every dollar in and every dollar out before you ever receive it in a $0 budget. We've talked about that before. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll walk you through the entire process. Then you want to eliminate debt. High interest debt preferred. You can do the Dave Ramsey snowball method, but at the end of the day, eliminate debt and save and invest, okay? That's it. That's simple, okay? If you guys need a refresher, if you want to go through this a little bit further, if you want to go on a personal level, reach out. My info is down below, especially considering these two things. Number one, the fact that your job can and will fire you, escort you out the front door with police right behind you. And number two, which, you know, I would say right now is not a good time to be without a job, unemployed. And number two, Biden has made it clear, and he warns China's economy is on the brink, which we, again, are going to use history to help us formulate and project a forecast for the future. And I can guarantee you guys this, and we can argue about this later, but I can guarantee you this. If you make preparation now and you begin to earn more money and you manage your expenses and you budget wisely and you eliminate debt and you save and invest, and down the road, things are far better off than we had ever imagined, you're going to thank yourself for that. Hell, you may even thank me. But this isn't financial advice. However, on the flip side, if things are worse, I can pretty much guarantee you're going to thank yourself, and you may even thank me for that as well. And that's the good news. Well, that, and we were able to make it to the beach today, and I recorded a little bit while we were out there. So how many of you guys want to go with us to the beach? So a lot of people say that they wish I recorded more videos on the beach. So I brought you guys with me here to the beach today.
I go to Miami, I know I had better take a little bit of caffeine before I get on the road. Because they drive worse than New Yorkers. I'm not exaggerating.
Miami, wild as fuck.
Oh yeah, we went. We remember.
Them jokers, wow.
We did it once. We will not do it again.
I was actually really disappointed when we left downtown and went to the beach. I thought, no, we should just stay downtown.
Say, the beach is actually the nicest part for us. Like, I hadn't encountered anything I could complain about.
We went during seaweed time. Same thing in DR.
The seaweed?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we encountered a lot of seaweed one time. If I'm wrong?
Negative.
It's easy to do. You're gonna get shit is changing. Oh no, but what I was saying is I've always worked in an industry that the job was constantly under threat.
That was fun. That was fun. Can't wait to do it again. How about you guys? Let me know, drop a comment. Should I do more videos from the beach? Should we maybe even incorporate live streams from the beach? I'll post more on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram. So, Biden warns China's economy is on the brink. I'm going to read this word for word. And for some reason, my brain can't comprehend what the fuck they're trying to say here. President Biden, read it with me. I'll put it on the screen. President Biden sounded off on what he characterized as the declining might and global influence of China's economy in a new interview with Time Magazine published Tuesday. Got it. Might. Homophone. I should have known. Why it matters. According to Axios, China is one of the main U.S. rivals on the world stage. The two countries' relationship is fraught with geopolitical and economic tensions that could impact the global economy. Driving the news, Biden said that everybody talks about how strong China is and how powerful they are, but the president offered a much bleaker assessment of China's economic future. And I quote, "You've got a population that's considerably older than the vast majority of the youth in Europe that is too old to work. Additionally, where is it going to grow? You've got an economy that's on the brink there. The idea that their economy is booming? Give me a break." It's what he says. And while China's economy is still growing, last year the country contended with falling prices, loss of consumer confidence, and a real estate crisis marked by falling home prices and sales. That, to me, guys, is the most chilling part about this entire read, is that and how that so closely relates to and resembles exactly what's happening right now in this country. Like if you agree. And be sure to check out these videos next. I appreciate you guys watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.